Hey there, my friends. Happy Tuesday. I am Jen Pittabach with By the Shore Stamping, in for another episode of Teach Me Tuesday. Today, I'm actually pulling out a product that I've had for, 6 months, probably at least, more, or maybe more. They're brand spanking new. Look, I haven't even taken them out of the packaging yet. So these are the Soft Pastels assortment from the annual catalog. And I actually had a request to show how to use these, and embarrassingly enough, I hadn't even opened this. So I thought it would be a good thing for me to share with you today. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I thought I would make this kind of like a little mini series, I think, because there's many ways you can use this. So I'm going to show you one way today, and then we'll go ahead and show you some other ways in future editions of Teach Me Tuesday. So if you're watching, and this is the first time you're watching me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss any of the future editions of this video series featuring the soft pastels from Stampin' Up. Okay, so I'm going to use these in conjunction with the blender pen, and this is probably going to be one of the most basic ways to use your pastels. So these are very similar to our Stampin', what were they called? Stampin' or Poppin' Pastels or Stampin' Chalks or something like that. I don't even remember. It's dating way back, you guys. I can't even remember now. But it's similar to that concept. So these are kind of like chalk markers almost, but they're literally, they feel and look like chalk. And so we've got a bunch of different colors here. So in this package, we have Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Gorgeous Grape, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Poppy Parade, and Granny Apple Green. Okay, so and the colors are listed. If you have these, they're listed on the back here. So that's where they are. I'm going to go ahead and do a Christmas card because you guys, I am still frantically trying to finish Christmas cards to get them out. So I can use another one. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I'm pairing it with the Whimsical Trees stamp set. And I do have some pre-cut pieces from this as well, so I'm going to use that probably as well. And then I may pair it with some of this Whimsy and Wonder paper as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I think I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight as my background. We do have Mossy Meadow, which is in this suite, and then I also thought the Night of Navy might work too, because it will kind of mimic that misty moonlight that's in the paper. You could probably use the Granny Apple Green too, because it's a variation on that Mossy Meadow. So, but I think, I don't know, you guys, you know what? No, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the color that's in the suite. So I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow. Let's see how this works. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do a watercolor wash background. So I'm actually going to use this just like a chalk. I'm going to color it right with my pastels. So I'm just going to literally color onto my cardstock. Okay, and you can see it's acting and behaving like chalk, right? It looks just like it. So I'm going to tap off the excess of that, wipe off my fingers a little bit, and then I'm going to use my blender pen. So this is I call these a blank marker. They basically have like a solution in it that is like a clear liquid. So you want to make sure it's clear, and then it just kind of smudges the chalk. So it's not going to color anything. It's not going to, it picks up whatever color it's exposed to. So I'm just going to take my blender pen and I'm just going to go ahead and color right over this. So it's kind of giving me that watercolor wash look. Like I did a swash of like a watercolor pencil or something and then moistened it. Okay. And now you just want to run your marker clear so that you get all that gunk off of it and it doesn't run anymore as a green. With this one, I'm going to go ahead and wipe it with my fingers because I want to get all that green off of it. Now it looks like it's still green there, but it's not. See how it's running clear? So we're good. Okay, so super, super simple way to do that, right? And I'm going to use that kind of as a backdrop for my card. Very, very simple. So this is probably the easiest way, the most direct way to use these. I will give you some more fun ways to use this in future editions. So let's go ahead and start building our card from here. So let's see. I think I'm going to pull the Mossy Meadow polka dot paper, and I'm going to make that a backdrop here for my panel, I think. Let me just look. Maybe I want to use more of a bright color. Let's see. What do I want to do? Or I love this one too. This is one of my favorites. Or we could use that in the background. No, I think that's going to be too busy. My other thought was maybe a pink like this to do a little bit of a, but I think I'm going to stick with the brown. So let me, or the green rather. Let me cut that up. Grab my trimmer. I left it over there. So I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm kind of winging it a little bit, you guys. If you like that style of video, you'll definitely want to check out my Thursday throwdowns on my Facebook page. I kind of throw together a card for you each week. All right, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put this on top, but I think I want to add, it's a little bit too pointy for me. So I'm going to grab my trio punch and I'm going to round corners on 2 sides. Okay, so we're going to do that. I don't know, maybe I'll do it on all of them. No, I kind of like it like that, so we'll do that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to want to do some ribbon, but let me just start laying this out. So as I said, I have some of these leftover trees from the coordinating bundle. So I stamped the tree and then punched it out. So I have some of this left over from Creative Escape pillow gifts, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of these, I think. And I have the little sentiments as well. Oh, actually, look, it's all put together here. Like that. Cute. I'm going to move him because he's kind of crooked. Here we go. There. Okay. It's going to need a little bit of twine, I think, or ribbon. So I'm going to go ahead and before I attach this down, I'm going to go ahead and use my, this is actually the older, like snowflake ribbon, but we have the organdy, the glitter organdy white ribbon, which would be perfect. I'm just going to tie a knot with this. Okay. So this is technique 1 to use your pastels, and if you have these, I promise we're going to do some more, so you'll see that there's a lot of ways to use this fun product, so stay tuned. All right, so I'm going to cut this and cut that, and I love this ribbon too because it kind of picks up whatever color you're using, which is kind of cool. All right, so we're going to stick that down. I'm going to pop this on here. And then this is going to go here. Okay. You know what I didn't grab was some bling. And I think we're definitely going to need to add some bling to this. So let me just go ahead and tape this down first. Just using regular adhesive for this layer. And then I think I'm going to add this with some dimensionals. This panel here. Cut up my sides of my dimensionals. Do you guys do this? I totally do this because 1, it makes me super happy to use up every little bit of them, and 2, it's just really resourceful and it's good to get the most bang for your buck. And these guys are just as good as the regular stuff. You just have to do a little bit more work to cut them up And actually, you don't even really have to cut them if you don't want to. They're easy enough to just kind of tear too if you want to tear the edges, but I like to cut them. All right, so now we're going to tape this down. I'm just going to put that right in the middle. Okay, this I'm going to trim down just a little bit because it's over the edge. Okay, and then I'm going to attach this one with dimensionals too, because I'm crazy like that. Okay, and we'll do that. Super cute. Now, whoops, except I put it on very crooked, guys. I wasn't watching my tree. There we go. Okay, so the last thing I want to do actually is add a little bit of bling, so let's take 1 second to do that. Okay, so I think I'm going to add some of these just basic rhinestones, but I also have these, which is part of this Whimsy and Wonder suite anyway, so maybe I can work this in as well. I'm thinking, now that I kind of plopped that down really well, but maybe we can tuck this little snowflake in here like that. Oh, you know what I did? I think I did the wrong side again. Let me take this off. Yeah, we want the iridescent side. Now I have to put another little bit of dimensional under here because I ripped it off. Okay. So I think I can stick that kind of under here like so, and then attach that down. And then we'll take my Take Your Pick tool and these rhinestones and we'll just bling it up a little bit. So let's put one here, and then I think I'm going to use some of these little ones as ornaments on my tree like that. And then we'll just grab a couple of the middle size ones. How about down here? And there. There you go. And there you have a finished little card using the chalk background. Now, I can go back in too if I want to and kind of, you don't want to go over this too much with regular cardstock and the blender pen because it can pill your paper a little bit, but I'm gonna do a quick wash over it just to kind of lighten some of those strokes. Okay, and there you have it. Super simple, super easy card. Adds a little bit of wow to your project, but is really easy to use. So there's number 1 of our mini series on Stampin' Pastels. Thanks so much for joining me this week. I hope you will join me again next week. If you liked this video, go ahead and click the like button below. And if you really want to make my day, go ahead and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Have a great week. Bye for now.